Today is our last episode in the series of Becoming a Master of Time. Rabbi Trugman explains how Shabbat, the Jewish day of rest, allows one to focus on the present and to savor every minute of the traditions and rituals associated with the Sabbath.
Meditation has been part and parcel of Jewish tradition for literally thousands of years. But the point I want to make that impacts on time is Jewish meditation has many different forms, and many of them can be done in a matter of seconds. So in Judaism, the line between prayer, song, what's called kavana, having a focused thought, becomes very blurred. So, for example, when a woman lights candles before Shabbat, and she takes just 3 or 4 seconds to make this motion of bringing in the light, that is a meditation. Even though it took 3 or 4 seconds. Why? Because in that moment, the woman is totally focused on what she's doing. So meditation is a good analogy of how you could take even a matter of seconds, a matter of a minute, and turn it into really an experience of an eternal spiritual experience. I'd like to try to explain a somewhat mystical idea, but it's actually a very scientific idea and also a practical idea. So in mathematics, there's what's called inverse numbers, where you have a number 1, 2, 3, and then the inverse is 3, 2, 1. So in mathematics, this has significance. So in mystical tradition, every letter in the Torah has a numerical value. This is what is called gematria. Therefore, every word has a numerical value. And the idea is if 2 words have the same numerical value, then there must be some connection. Just like in mathematics, if you have 2 numbers in the same set, there's got to be some connection. So the numerical value of Shabbat is 702. The inverse of 702 is 207. 207 is the numerical value of light. Light. So this is one of the secrets of the first thing we do on Shabbat is we light candles. We bring light into our lives, meaning that Shabbat is light, and we want to bring that light inwards to our hearts, our souls, our minds. But there's a deeper aspect here. When matter travels through space closer and closer to the speed of light, time slows down. And when you get to the speed of light, no time passes, which is it's a scientific concept, but it's also a mystical concept. What does it mean, no time passes? So the idea is that the spirituality of Shabbat, we can have this experience of being beyond time, where truthfully our minds that we now know are all electrical impulses. The brain is a big electric conductor, and our thoughts are quite literally flashes of light, of electricity from synapse to synapse. So on Shabbat, when we get into this atmosphere of not thinking of the past and not thinking of the future and being in the now, it's like traveling at the speed of light. Again, Shabbat and light are inverse numbers, 702 and 207. So this is a very, very profound idea that we can access the spiritual light, and it's really in our minds. And things slow down. On Shabbat, everything slows down. We eat slower, we pray slower, we walk slower, we get up out of bed slower, because that is the atmosphere that we are creating. And so it's just a very, very beautiful idea. And then we end Shabbat with the Havdalah candle. So we begin Shabbos with light, we end Shabbos with light, because the essence of Shabbat is truly light.